All right, hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because today we're going to be talking about these three funds once again, but more specifically about one specific fund because I mentioned on my channel that I was looking to buy either YMAX, I was looking to buy YMAG, or I was looking to buy ULTY, and I have done that in my portfolio. So what I want to do today is I want to share with you exactly which one of these Yieldmax ETFs I bought, the exact reasons why, and you guys had a great deal to do with this in the comments. So I also want to give you guys some shout outs as well. So if that does sound good, we're going to get into this video right away. We're up to 4,461 subscribers. So please do subscribe if you haven't yet done so. I want to go to my comments really quick because you guys were part of the reason why I bought the stock that I did. One, I want to give a shout out to Case because there was many amazing comments, but Case made a particular comment which I really resonated with. He said, YMAX for me, since I plan on retiring soon, I prefer something stable. He mentions that he has a few shares of ULTY. He's going to test and see how it does, but YMAX is his main position because he's looking for something stable. Stable being a stable share price, a stable Yieldmax share price. Because when we look at, for example, ULTY, it's had a pretty major drop in the past 2 months alone. We're also looking at YMAG, which is very similar in terms of the share price returns to YMAX, but it's only covering the 7 kind of tech ETFs within Yieldmax, which are Facebook, Google, those kind of ones. But there's a bunch of amazing comments. I want to give a shout out to Patrick as well, to Umarb. I want to give a shout out to Yorkie Hunt, as well as always Tom. We have Cliff Diffard, if I'm saying that right, and Mike's. Thank you guys to everyone who commented and made this happen. And today what I want to show you is I actually bought shares of YMAX, and you can see here there is no ticker symbol here, but you can see title trust to Yieldmax Universe of Funds Option Income Strategy ETF. I had about $450 in dividends from my previous Yieldmax positions, which I put towards this buy right here. As you can see, YMAX, I bought 22 shares. I have an average share price of $20.07, which gives me about a 38% yield. It's a relatively smaller position, only about $500 worth. But the reason why I did it is due to the stability of this Yieldmax ETF. This is a Yieldmax ETF, which underlying holdings are all of the Yieldmax ETFs. So it owns about 5% of the Yieldmax AI ETF, AMD, Amazon, Apple, Coin, Disney. All the Yieldmax ETFs that you see here, it owns about 5% stake in each of them and kind of manages its dividends based on that. So the reason why I bought it is because I still want the high dividends, the 38% that Yieldmax has to offer. But I felt like ULTY, although with the huge dividend, it was just a little bit too unstable for what I'm looking for right now. I want a Yieldmax fund, which I believe is going to hold its value, which is going to trend with the market, because for the most part, I actually did a little calculation. YMAX was up about 8%. In the same time, the Dow Jones was up about 2% over the same time span, where ULTY was actually down a few percent and YMAG was pretty much break even. So YMAX was the best performing ETF in this period, and that's why I decided to go with it as well. It's had relatively stable price growth, and as you can see here, as the Dow Jones from about January 17th was when YMAX got introduced, the Dow Jones had relatively stable uptrends, and we also seen that in YMAX as well with their chart history here, a stable uptrend while paying out 38% in dividends. So that is a real reason that I bought. Now, I know you guys might be wondering, okay, 22 shares right here, average share price about $20.07. What is this going to do for my portfolio? Well, when we go out to our payout calendar here, what I'm going to do is just go into my real life portfolio so we can see that exactly. And what I'm pretty sure that YMAX is going to be able to contribute with these 22 shares is just going to be an extra $13 or so. So we could even click in here. I want to go to May. We could see when I click here, YMAX $13.90 with the current shares and the current dividend rate. So that is a little update, and that's kind of the reason why I wanted to buy YMAX over YMAG and ULTY. ULTY could be a really good option. The only thing though is that Yieldmax is going to buy 15 to 30 underlying securities. They're based off of implied volatility. So if you're really looking for some extremely high dividends, ULTY is going to be the place to be. And you know what? I got a bunch of comments saying that it's a great price right now and people are looking to load up on shares. Look, if I was buying ULTY to hold over the next little while or even short period of time, I would be buying ULTY now. I do believe that their underlying stocks are in a downtrend, and I do see a potential good recovery for ULTY in the future. Of course, this is just my advice, and this is kind of as well what a bunch of people in the comments are saying too, which I agree with. But ULTY I view as a short-term play just because Yieldmax, the way that they pick their stocks, they pick it based on the volatility. And when the market is in a downtrend, like we could potentially go back into a downtrend or we continue this little uptrend, it's going to heavily weigh on ULTY's share price. And it's either going to really push them down, or if the market trends upwards, it's really going to push them up. So I think ULTY is a great play for an uptrending market, but you have to be very careful in a downtrending market. Then we have YMAG. I put YMAG in there because it's kind of the three Yieldmax ETFs that are a little bit diversified within themselves. Most of the Yieldmax ETFs, they hold individual companies. You have Apple, Amazon, Google, for example, but YMAG, the Magnificent Seven Fund, holds all 7 tech stocks. We have Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, Meta. They don't own the underlying, they just own the Yieldmax versions. And they pay about the same. And to be honest, tech is not necessarily my sector. I do believe that YMAX is a bit more diversified than YMAG. YMAG, if tech was to have a great run, it would see a lot better returns than YMAX. But I think YMAX as a whole, just giving a bit more diversity, just giving a bit more stableness to the share price, being that it's going to own all of the underlying Yieldmax funds, I think was the best option for me, because it's a position that I'm looking to add money every single month and really grow this position to earn a ton of monthly income. Hopefully grow this to measures beyond $100. Who knows, maybe $1,000, but that's obviously in the future. We take a step by step on this channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, we're up to 4,461 subscribers. Please do comment. All your comments, I'm working my best to try and get back to them. And all your comments that you guys leave are fantastic. They give me great insights. They only help people more on this channel. As you know, we're a high dividend yielding channel, but we also do some low dividends at the same time. Haven't done a video like that in a while, but if you guys are enjoying the videos, remember to subscribe, remember to comment, share this with a friend if you guys like money and earning some dividends. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.